All right, students, we are now going to end this section with a final piece, which is the corresponding angles. So let's just go ahead and start by writing this down. So in the last notes, we looked at alternate interior and alternate exterior. We saw how the interior angles and the exterior angles depended on where they were on the parallel lines. Now, what we are going to take a look at today is another set of angles that are equivalent to each other. So corresponding angles are, let's start with that word. In this case, we are talking about identical angles. Now, if we drew another one of these lines that we should now be familiar with, so we have two parallel lines, and we have a transverse line going across from it. I know this is parallel with those arrows. Now, you could see that the angles on each parallel line look like they are replicated. It looks like they are being kind of copied in a sense. And so you'll notice that if I were to look at, let's say, this angle right here, let's have angle, we haven't used letter X yet. So let's say there's angle X here. If you look at the bottom line, where do you think a corresponding angle would go? Now, hopefully, you would think that the one that looks similar to it is the one on this side right here. So let's make this angle Y. Okay, so we could see that angle X is equal to angle Y. And so corresponding angles, they're equal to each other. It's pretty much saying that these angles, because they are located on the same spot on the parallel line, then on the other parallel line, it should be the equivalent angle. So let's say if this angle across from angle X, let's use another example here. We're going to call this one, or we're going to say that this is maybe 101 degrees. Then what would angle Z be? And hopefully you could solve that. In this case, angle Z is equal to 101 degrees. All right, they're the exact same. So when you're looking at corresponding, usually I think of it as the letter F. So if you were to write the letter F and then you were to think of the angles that are below on these areas right here, then they would be equivalent, or the angles on top as well. Okay, that's generally all that you need to add for corresponding angles. And to practice for this, I would like you to do a try question. So now you should be well equipped to do the try for all page 38. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And do numbers 1 to 3, so do all of them. And then do the try for page 40. And this time we're going to do number 2, because last time you did number 1, so now you should be able to do number 2. And later, to follow up on this, we will be working on the independent practice. So that's it.